EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
There he goes left side. A big play there for KC. 53 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Quentin Johnston, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The Steelers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Now Pickett will look to pass it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Harris. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Pickett will look to throw it here. That is caught. Touchdown. George Pickens. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 5-yard line.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Pickett. It got his man, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
7-7, our score after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. He gets away from one. Still on his feet. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his fifth rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yep.
And now off to the races down the right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 56 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
Ball carrier. Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Kansas City.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Mahomes going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
It's second down and goal.
Now Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. From 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw, Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Bust through the tackle. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 39. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Quentin Johnston, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Chiefs 21, Steelers 14. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
17-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good for us Steelers.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pickett trying to get his guys up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Pickett completes this one out wide quickly. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They run with Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a 2nd score.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Jason Sander is set to kick off.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Pickett. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's taken inside his own 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Kansas City.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Quentin Johnston from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And quickly, they get to the line.
1 yard gain.
Second down, here's Pickett. And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. No problem there on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They go play fake. Mahomes. On the out route, he finds Johnston. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Oh, he shifts past him. And, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. Pacheco. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Pacheco. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Quentin Johnston halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Pickett. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with his sack. Now Pickett. He'll let it fly for Austin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Harris will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, career touchdown number 136, tying him with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. Oh, some strong running. And he works free. Still going. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. 62 yards. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead now up to 14.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
They're on 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that...
And that's caught inside the 30. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, 79 yards. And the Steelers are back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance. I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And some space here. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Here's first down.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Pickett. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Pickett. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Pickett to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one is tempted to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So 4 quarters couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. And here's Isaiah Pacheco to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big 1st down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that 1st down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Mahomes now on 1st down. Into space at the 45. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And his pass incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less. Because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Chiefs, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.